Yes, people. Waffled on in the building, man. Live match reaction. Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2. And you know what? The dust has settled a bit now, innit? I was chatting to my boy Caps earlier. Man, I must admit, I was fuming after the game, especially leading up to that second goal, because all I just saw is a message from Caps or a message in the chat just saying goal FFS. I'm not going to repeat those words, but that's what I saw from Caps, and I knew then that the game was gone. So I want to ask you guys a simple question: 2 points dropped or 1 point gained? And make sure you slap up the likes and everything. Let's go into subscription mode while we're here. Big up to my boy AFC Always. AFC Always says, I've said this before, the only person stops Arsenal from winning the league is Arteta himself. Arteta sexuals hold that. That's what he's saying. And he says Arteta took a gamble to hang on to the lead. We had no out ball up front and low energy due to lack of subs. Definitely 2 points dropped. Rare is a madman. So this is how I saw the game, okay? Every game for me is a must win, isn't it? And I'm sure every Arsenal fan out there is enjoying, Arsenal getting results currently right now. Yeah. You must be a fool if you're not enjoying the results. So naturally you go into the game with optimism that you're probably going to win the game. Obviously, Caps, big up to Caps as well. Caps said this was a potential banana skin. And it turned out to be a potential, well, it turned out to be a banana skin because we were literally 5 minutes away from being 9 points in front of Man City. So whether we're 9 points ahead or not, it's a nice what's the word? It's a nice thing to have. But I don't think this league is going to go like that. I think the league's going to be very difficult for us to win. But I still, in my mind, think we can do it. It's just one of those games where we just didn't turn up. First half, we were poor in the first half. But let's not discredit the likes of Sunderland. Sunderland had a game plan: 5 at the back, 4 in midfield, 1 up top. They started with that Isido or whatever his name is up top, and they gave us problems. Anything we tried to throw at them, they gave us problems back. And Eze today, sorry, and I'm naming players today because this is what we do on my channel. We don't run away or hide from stuff. Eze, I didn't really think he was that great today. Yeah, he did. He tried. Later in the half, towards the end of the half, he tried to cook a little bit. Saliba had a chance. He hit over the bar, but I'm not expecting him to score from there, even though it was like probably 8-9 yards out. Declan Rice had a free kick, comfortable for the goalkeeper, good save. Now we're being accused of, when the set pieces dry up and when, the corners are not there, then you guys struggle. You're allowed to have bad days, man. You're going to have bad days in the Premier League, yeah? Can we blame this on, Sunderland? The Stadium of Light, the fans? Did these guys not read the memo that is going to be one of those games where you're coming to a hostile atmosphere? The Northeast isn't an easy place to go. Was I a little bit too cocky, a little bit overconfident, thinking we're going to win easily? Yeah, definitely was. When you're at the top, though, you're confident, though, aren't you? You're confident you're going to go into every game and win every game. And that's how I was. I wasn't talking about winning leagues. I was just confident about going to Sunderland and winning and not conceding. So lo and behold, first half, ex-Arsenal guy, what's his name, Ballard or whatever his name, you know, ball comes set piece, ball comes over the top. Rice, I don't know what he's doing. The ball's behind him. All of a sudden now, you know, Ballard's just free in space, smashes the ball, top bins, and we're 1-0 down. And now it's how do we react from being 1-0 down, isn't it? Now, me, myself, I wasn't panicking because I know that Arsenal have quality. And I know that Arsenal, when they want to turn it on, maybe it's not in the first half or the second half. It's a game of two halves. First half, as I said, was poor. But second half, I thought we came out with a little bit more energy and a little bit more instinct. When I mean instinct, a little bit more oomph in our play. You know, we started the first half okay. I mean, sorry, you started the second half okay. Getting our shots off. Saka's having a few shots now, you know, but there were still things that we were doing in the second half where we were just giving the ball away. You know, Saka, once again today, his retaining the ball was poor. You know, they were just taking the ball off him. And one thing that we do that's quite annoying as well is that we love to give fouls away. You know what I mean? When there's no need to give fouls away, to give the ball back to the opposition. So we're literally giving the ball back to opposition for them to try and attack us. And it's so annoying. Yeah. Saka does it. Marino does it. Calafiori does it. They do it so much. You know, it's like the ball might be going out, but we're still fouling. Don't need to do that. Just let the ball run out, and it's, you know, goalkeeper is a goal kick. You know, that gives them time to get back in position. You know, gives the other team time to waste time. So Saka, bit of magic, so to speak. You know, comes out. You know, ball comes to him, falls to him. You know, runs past the defender and he bangs it near post. Beautiful goal. Back into the game again. Out of nothing. Now, sometimes I feel like some of our players are just moments players. Yeah. I get that with Marino. I think he's a moments player. Saka as well can be like that as well, because some of these players, they don't really do much off the ball. They might, and when they do, it's either they're losing the ball, giving it away in stupid areas. There was a pass in the second half where Saka just passed it straight back to their players and they went on and attacked, and then they got a corner. You know? And that was just like shocking. You're our captain and you're giving the ball away like that. You know, Marino today, ineffective. Didn't think he done well. People say, yeah, keep him on for the headers and stuff. Yeah, but is that all he's useful for? Yeah, he scored his goals in the Champions League and he looked really good, but this is the Premier League. This is our bread and butter. This is the one competition that we're in, that we're leading, that can potentially lead us to our first Premier League in 21, 22 years. That's important. The Champions League dream is just a dream right now, but the Premier League is a possibility. And we had the opportunity to go 9 points. Hanno was right. We had the opportunity to go 9 points ahead today. And then now the league would have started to look a little bit, 9-point lead. But I still don't believe that the league is won in November. I still believe that, you know, there will be turns, ifs and buts and maybes and, you know, stuff like that going on with teams. Teams will lose, teams will draw and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, second half, 1-1, you know, we're starting to get more back into the game, but we didn't close the door to Sunderland. Sunderland brought on, you know, some powerful players. They brought on Brobar. They brought on that guy that played for Brighton as well. They brought on attackers because they believed, yeah, that they can get something out of the game. And they actually got something out of the game. But let's not forget that moment from Trossard. Beautiful finish. 20 yards outside the 20-yarder. Bangs it. Top bins. What a goal. What a beautiful finish. And now we're looking like, can this be, you know what I mean, one of the greatest can I say, not greatest, but Chelsea have just scored. So they're going second tonight. Just scored now. Could this be like a great victory? Because I must admit, this was probably one of our hardest games this season. Going to Sunderland, going to the Stadium of Light. Seemed like our hardest game. So Trossard pulls out a wonder strike, and that should be the strike that goes on to win the game. But in these games, yeah, you're never sure, innit? You're never sure until that final whistle is blown. Too much niggly, injuries going, stop, start. So you knew the referee was going to be playing a lot of injury time. Is he offside? He might just be onside, actually, for that goal. Gusto, I'm talking about in the Chelsea game. Yeah. And then what happens? 5 minutes to go. They're on the attack. A ball's crossed in. And Gabriel, like he does, he's like falling in installments, trying to head the ball, but Brobo or whoever it was, he's just got to the ball first. Ray is trying to come out to get the ball. And, you know, Brobo, brave, good goal. 2-2. And literally, game's over. It's like we've dropped 2 points, in my opinion. We've dropped 2 points. It's only a point gained if these man draw tomorrow. And I mean these man, I'm talking about Man City and Liverpool. But now we went from people saying we'll win the treble and the quadruples to now relying on other teams to mess up, other teams to draw now. You see how quickly the league can swing just like that. I'm going to get onto that. I'm going to get onto everything, yeah? You see how quickly the league can change like that. Now, I'm not going to discredit the good work that the manager has done up until now, but he gave me that look today. He gave that look today, yeah, on the sidelines that he looked clueless. Yeah, he didn't know what to do, yeah? He didn't know what to do. Now, there were so many things he could have done from that bench. Yeah, I'm playing like Football Manager right now. I mentioned some things today, like Marino could have took Marino off, you know, brought on Skelly. Skelly might have been able to maybe marshal in the midfield with Declan Rice just to stop the waves of pressure going through that midfield, because they were just pressuring us through waves in that midfield. Only Declan Rice was able to, like, you know, get some kind of footing on the ball. The other guys were just playing hot potato, yeah? Just, no, give the ball away, give the ball, kick, boot the ball. They just were not retaining the ball, yeah? Maybe bring on, like, you know, a Dalman, because Saka was arse in the second half. You know, as I said, some of these players are just moments players at times. They only give you a little something. If they score a goal, then it's like, oh, they've had a great game. But in reality, no, a winger has to give you more than that. A winger has to assist. A winger has to retain the ball, especially in moments near the end of the game where you need the pressure to be relieved. You know, Saka just kept giving the ball away, you know, and most of our play goes down the right-hand side. So you just think to yourself sometimes, Saka, man, where's the IQ, bro? Where is the IQ? Run it into the corner. Maybe get fouled, but no, you give a foul away. So you're literally giving the ball away to them, yeah, for them to start an attack again. It's just that kind of stuff like that, yeah. It boggles me. I know teams, you're under pressure and stuff, but remember, we're playing Sunderland, bro. This isn't playing Chelsea or City or Liverpool, yeah. You need to do better in situations like that, yeah. The best teams win leagues, yeah, by doing them dark arts, yeah, by, you know what, them moments where they just run the ball into the corner, yeah, stand on the ball, yeah, do a little whatever, just grab, just get a foul. 20 people in here, and I'll bet you there's not even 10 likes. Make sure you smash the likes, people, man, because this is what I'm dealing with today. This is what I'm dealing with. And listen, did I pin the thing to the chat? because anyone wants to jump on and chat with me, they can do that if they want. It's a missed opportunity today, as Turkish says on his thing. It's definitely a missed opportunity. I wanted to do a live match reaction because you know what? Live match reactions are better because you can see how I'm feeling instead of like just focus, chilling, and these type of games, bro, man, are frustrating. 10 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes, my guys. I'm gonna go through the comments in a moment, people. Yeah, let me just do this quickly. If anyone wants to join, you can join. You don't have to have your camera on. You can chat if you want. There's no compulsion or nothing. It's just to have a quick chat if you want to chat. I know you man are shy, but it's all good anyway. But let's have a quick look through the comments. Didn't make subs yet. We're just touching on that. Yeah, the subs. Eze was terrible today as well. You know, and I don't know about Eze, man. He's having a few bad games. Not impacting games like I kind of like wanted him to impact games. And is it concerning? Can we sit here and just pass it off as just not being a concern? You know, because he's had more than a few games now. You know, we're 11 games in now, 12 games in now. Going to be 12 games by the break. Is it concerning, or is it a case of like just give him time? Because I usually give players about 10 games. 10 games. I want to be seeing something. Yes, he won us the game against Palace, but even that game, he wasn't that great. You know, and in the midfield today, I'll be honest, they was around him like nothing. It was like flies and poo today, bro. Yeah, because they were around him like nothing. But in them situations, yeah, you've got to be better. You know, if you're not gonna be doing something, then you need to be winning fouls and, you know, just giving us time to breathe. And I don't know if he gave us that today, man. Boy 10, big up to Boy 10. He says, why didn't he make subs though? I don't understand why Wanyeri and MLS are on the bench. If they won't touch grass in games like this, we need an injection or something fresh. Ballard is a bit like Dan Burn. Okay. Rice looked completely spent, couldn't even run anymore. Can't understand why Arteta kept him on like that. Take him off and trust the bench. If you take Rice off, yeah, I think we lose that game. I think we actually lose that game. Rice is so important at the moment, yeah. He's someone that you can't even take off right now. Who's coming on for him? Who's going to do the work? Who's going to do the physicality and running, as Cap said? Who's going to do the physicality and all that kind of stuff? Other than Declan Rice, and that's what as lo and behold, big up to my boy. Let me just bring him in. Yes, Caps, what you saying, my bro? Let me just change up as well. How you doing, man?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Disappointing game today, my bro.
Disappointing, but I guess midweek game, we got a lot of injuries.
Oh, so you're making excuses now?
No, I'm not making excuses. Right, I'm not making excuses, but we looked leggy. We was slow to second balls from the get go, man. We just looked. We didn't look up for it. We just thought we could turn up and win, and in the Premiership, we can't do that.
But to be honest, Caps, yeah, you kind of have to expect this guy to play Sunderland. Obviously, they're fresh. They've played. You know what I mean? They've not played during the week. They've been training for this all week.
Even though mentally even though mentally you know that the other team's going to be up for it. You know it. But sometimes they just catch you on the hop, man. Like even with that defensive situation towards the end, Zubimendi misses the header, then it goes into, well, he gets bullied basically. It goes into that Blobby or whatever his name was, and then Gabriel's lucky he didn't give a penalty away and gets booked or whatever. Yeah, it could have turned into a different situation. It turned into Gabriel getting sent off. because
Big
he's
up
pulling his
Oregon.
shirt. Because he's pulling his shirt, bro. And then Reyes doing the Superman thing to come out. If he stayed in his goal, but he's high inside, you can't really say he should have stayed in his line or stayed in his goal or waited to see what happened in the duel. But we were just second to all the duels. Declan Rice with the first one, he gets out jumped by that guy, and then he just like waits. The guy beats him to the second ball, and strikes the ball, bro. So it's just those are the basics. That's like Sunday league goals, man. You know, like get to the second ball, like those are just such basic goals, man. If they broke us down, I'd be more. I'd be more content with the loss or the draw. Sorry, but if they didn't even break us down, really, it was just Route One stuff, man. But
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
sometimes that's what happens, man. Big up to Oregon Goon in the building, man. How you doing, my bro? I'm
Excellent.
good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm very upset, bro. I'm very disappointed
Oh.
today. I'm very disappointed.
Let it out. Let it out.
The last 20 minutes of that was absolute garbage. We put the handbrake on. We let them come into the game more, and I blame solely this on Arteta. He told them all to step back. You know, Gabriel could have done better, bro, but that ball comes in. I mean, we all saw it. They were pressing the last 20, 15 minutes of that game. We all saw it with our own eyes. We didn't have any control of the ball in the last 20 minutes of the second half. And we're up 2-1, thinking we're going to ride on this defensive wave. Not there, bro. Not there. I mean, they in the first half was some of the worst I think we've played in the last 6 weeks. You know, it was great to have that spark in the second half when we got that first goal. That Trossard goal was great. I thought we were, you know, definitely going to get the 3 points. But, bro, you can't just sit back and let these men run all over us, bro. And that's what they did. They pushed us around. They got, like a man was saying, they got, you know, first to some of the loose balls, the 50-50s. Rice was trying to do everything as usual, which is great. But when he gets passed up, bro, there's nobody else there.
Yeah,
like,
true.
why didn't we just put Norgard on as well? We made, what, one sub?
Oh, I forgot about it.
Yeah, Norgard could have been.
You could just put Norgard in there, bro. Taking up Ezzy, put Norgard in the back. Bring on Mascara.
Yeah,
Why
You know,
didn't
you
we
put
do
Norgard
that?
for Eze.
Norgard played during the week. Why didn't we do that?
Yeah. You would have just solidified it, bro. He made one sub,
Yeah,
Abs. Like, one sub, bro.
Mm.
Like, you could have put Moreno off at halftime, put Eze up front, brought Waneri on for Eze. There would have been something more there. I didn't think Eze had the best game, but you could put him up front.
He doesn't trust Waneri.
Give us, you know, he would have been pressing more. Moreno was a donkey, bro. I'm just done with this guy, man. I just don't. I mean, I get it. If the ball's not perfectly placed to him in the box, he might score 1 out of 3 times. But other than that, bro, like Dougie's saying, we just bottled it.
Moments.
We bottled it.
He's the best finish. He's probably one of the best finishers in the club, but he can't do anything else. That's it.
It's ridiculous, bro, to be down 1-0 at all, first of all. And second of all, to be up. We were cruising. And then Arteta said, whoa. Now let's go defensive because we're so good defensively. And I've said it times after time, Abs, on Tony's show with Lee, Jez, even yourself, BBK. We are awful in transition. Once that ball goes over and Rice has to run backwards and Zubi has to run backwards, we are just like, oh, shit. It's like a complete freaking panic, bro. And that's what it was today. It was a complete panic in the last 15, 20 minutes of that game, including the 7 minutes of extra time. We did nothing in extra time. Nothing. They completely dominated the whole 7 minutes of that. And it's just, it goes to say that we're not a defensive side. And you know this, Abs, we've never been a defensive side. Were we that with Wenger? No. I mean, you could say Saul Campbell, etc., but that's 20 years ago, bro. That's 20 years ago.
No, but to be fair, though, yeah, we have defended like very well for the last 8 games or whatever, but still.
Who we played that's really good?
Chelsea are going second, man. They just scored another. They just scored a second goal now. Look, see, this is what happened. Everything's just there's a little swing going on now. If City win tomorrow, it's going to be 4 points behind. Have we lost 2 points or we gained a point?
We lost 2 points. Absolutely, we were up. I was going to give the Trossard man of the match for the game winner.
What a goal by Trossard, though. Wow.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't mean nothing, bro. If you can't, like. We just could have pressed him. We probably would have scored a third. That's the thing, bro. You know this, Abs. We watched the Liverpool game earlier this season. You know how bad we were at Fulham and pulled out a 1-0 stinky win. That first half was worse than the whole game of Fulham.
Yeah, once we went 2-1 up, he should have put Norgard on, took Zubi off, and then he could have took friggin' Marino off. What you said, yeah, Oregon Gunnar.
Yeah, I just would have taken Moreno off and put Eze up front and brought one area Norgard on.
Yeah, at least I want to put. Well, he's not going to put one area on. He doesn't like one. I don't know why he doesn't like him, man. Doesn't like him.
Yeah, maybe it's just one of those things, bro. We were down, evened it up, get up, and then he completely put the handbrake on in the last 15, 20 minutes of that game.
We needed physicality, so he brought Mosquera on, which is fair enough. But he could have brought Norgard on 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I see what Boy 10's saying, bro. Our history is being defensive, but I go back to the Henry days and all that, bro. We were playing slick passes up and down the pitch, scoring goals. They scored 2, we'd score 3, etc. And we would rely on the defense at times to get us out of trouble. But this is like we're relying on the defense against West Ham, against Fulham. We're relying on defense against Palace. Where's the Atletico Madrid Arsenal that didn't show up? I mean, we're missing Goikarez. I get it. But
Boyton also says this as well, though.
I know he loves the club.
Crazy, bro.
Who's that? Is he
man.
you know what?
I coined this this month as Nasty November because I thought like there could be some tricky games in it, including like Spurs and Chelsea. Even though I thought that we're winning all of these games, but we've kind of like, I think we messed up at Sunderland, man. Is this not giving other teams the emphasis to, has Sunderland actually started to show a blueprint of how to actually play against us now?
Yeah.
Question to both of you.
Well, go ahead.
Well,
put the camera on or off.
When you've got certain weak links like Zubamendi and Mourinho, when it's a physical battle, I'm not saying they're not good players. When it's a physical battle, they fold. When we need athleticism, they're not there. It's the Premier League. It's not Champions League. Sometimes where you can play a little tiki-taka, any little touch and you get the foul. It's the Premier League, man. So I think them two was a big letdown today. Rice was a bit of a letdown. He stepped it up, won the ball back. That's how we scored the first goal. But it was just poor, man. We wasn't flowing football. The football didn't flow at all. Like I didn't even think we pulled like 5-6 passes together. Did we even do that? I don't remember it.
No. And
second half maybe
as well. Sorry, I can go through land.
Oh no, you're good.
This is true what Dougie said. Yeah. Arsenal are still big up to Dougie Joyce official. That Arsenal still on for the league. You can't win every game in the Premier, and I totally agree with you, my friend. I totally agree with that. But it's the way we actually conceded at the end. Now, if you're trying to win a league, that's something you don't do. Yeah. All right. If we had come back from like 2-1 down and 2-2 and we saved ourselves, that's fine. But Arsenal in a position of strength, we're bringing on a defender, to go 5 at the back. Right. When we're not even trying to look to win the game. What's that all about?
But we were already winning it. That's Arteta's mentality. We were already winning. So thinking, let's shore it up for the long throw-ins. That's just my thing.
You think?
I think he might be doing like the long throw-ins and whatnot because they were causing us problems. They were causing us problems because Ray had to make that mad save. Remember?
Yes.
To make that. So they had a little flick on, and then that guy at the back post nearly scored, but it was offside. So they nearly scored from that throw on.
Yeah, I just think that we put the handbrake on again too soon. We should have gone for that third goal. We should have gone for that third goal.
Without Odegaard, we can't even press. Did you see the press today? Our press was like non-existent. Where was the press?
Well, we didn't have Goikarez. We had Moreno, who was too cautious.
And Eze, I don't know, off the ball, Eze is like a passenger off the ball. It's like sometimes he didn't even know where he was going. People are pointing him, telling him where to run.
A little bit, yeah. I don't think today was Eze's best game, but I mean, If Odegaard would have been there, would have it been any different? I'm not so sure.
No, it wouldn't have
think
made much of a
presses the
difference.
ball pretty well, but at the same time, it's like, I made this argument before on Tony's show when we played West Ham. Why are we pressing West Ham? Like, they're not. What are they going to do? Play the ball at the back, tiki taka? No, they're going to loop it up to Bowen, and he's going to try and get a cross in or go for goal. And that's why I get so upset with Arteta, because now we've had this defensive record that's the way we are. That's not the way we are. I mean, yeah, we have been, but look at the teams we played. I mean, Atletico Madrid aside, right? I mean, Sparta Prague, fantastic. We expect a 2-3-0 win, regardless home or away. Fulham, Crystal Palace, who really, have a couple of threats, but I mean, they're not all of that. They're decent, and I think they've had a pretty easy schedule if you go back and look at their games. You go look, and then the Fulham game as well. I just think that we can press to get those mistakes like we did today, which is great, and luckily we capitalized on it. But that second goal wasn't enough, and that's what upsets me about Arteta. That 2-1 is not enough in one of the hardest places to go. And what you guys are saying about the Prem is right. Yeah, it's the Prem, but look at that first half. We shot ourselves in the foot. We were falling over like a bunch of ballerinas for no reason. Big up, Claire. We were just falling over and holding our heads and trying to waste time. Waste time for what? It's the middle of the first half, bro. Yeah. It's like he went in there, he told them to move the ball faster, zip the ball around him more. Come on, guys, let's go, guys. Right? And we got that early goal. Fantastic. And Trossard with a world-class, worldie at the end. I mean, you kind of expect that. But where was that in the first half? We could have been 2-0 up, bro, I think, in the first half if we would have just really played our strengths and not give them the upper hand. Don't let them get so physical. And if they do, don't roll around on the ground like a fucking 6-year-old, bro.
No, that's Marino, isn't it? Marino,
we
that's what he
wasted time
does.
for no reason. Like,
That's
we
what he
thought we were
does.
going to waste time. We were going to tire them out and all this. I mean, I think he plays all in his head. So I do blame the manager for especially the last 20 minutes, and we're only bringing on one sub.
Do you think the manager panics? Do you think he kind of he saw the way the game was going? Sunderland were not letting off, really. They were just like, well, we're just gonna play. Yeah, we don't care. Yeah, what the result is. We're just gonna we want that goal. And I think, do you know what? Sometimes, we don't credit the team, the opposition as much. But I felt Sunderland had a game plan today. They had a game plan today, and I just don't think we were up for it today. And I don't know, man.
We looked arrogant, I think, Abs. And I was saying that in a couple of chats. I was saying we looked arrogant. Like, we look like, we can just do what we want to do. And
turn up.
Other side's going to acquiesce to what we want to do. But like you said, when their manager, I can't think of his name, says, go there, press them. And Jacques is probably telling him, press them. Because Jacques has been in the club 7 or 8 years. Jacques is saying, press them on the ball, that make them do, like bad passing. You'll get in their heads. And that's exactly what happened in the first half. And we rolled around thinking that no matter what we do, we're going to score off a header on a set piece, or we're going to do a long throw anyway, and we're going to get that one goal. Now, when that doesn't happen, again, it goes back to not having a plan B. But again, we showed a plan B in the first 10 minutes, right? When we start zipping it around a lot more. So it's confusing. If it's confusing to us, it's got to be confusing to the players, bro. It's like one Arsenal shows up in one half and a second Arsenal shows up in the second half for no real reason.
Yeah.
International break now. Time to well, I don't even know if it's going to be time for the players to relax, because obviously, Rice and Saka will be going probably to who they got? Serbia? Is it Serbia they got? Who they playing?
I don't watch any of that.
Yeah,
Serbia is one of the games. I can't remember the other one, but
yeah.
So we got 8 players out now, something like that, so they can have a rest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we got Spurs right after the international break, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Spurs, Bayern. We've got Spurs, Bayern.
We've got Spurs, Bayern, and Chelsea. So we've got 3 very difficult games after the international break. Today, for me, what do you think that does to the players? Do you think
that's a wake up call? Hopefully, it's a wake up. Hopefully, they wake up, because they were asleep. They were as Oregon Gunnar said, they were not on it. That first half, they were not on it at all. When do you see Declan Rice losing duels like that? Like simple little headers getting bullied. don't really see that very often. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it is what it is. Well,
I think
Well, we
hopefully
didn't lose though, guys. We're going on like we lost the game, bro. Do you think? Does it feel like that?
it's a 6-pointer though, isn't it? It's like a 6-pointer though, isn't it? That's a 6-pointer for us.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, I thought, okay, this will be long. We're going to get the one goal, and it's going to be 1-1, is what I really thought, right? And then Trossard shows up, decides to put one in the back of the old onion bag, which is a great goal, and 2-1 up. It's thinking, okay, let's finish them off, right? I was even yelling at the TV. I'm like, yes, finish them off, get that third goal, because they ain't coming back from 2 goals, though. I mean, realistically, right? And then you can go into more of a defensive posture. But it's 2-1, and the 72nd minute, he's letting them we just sat back, and we just let him keep pressing on. I mean, go look at the last 10 minutes of that game. We barely had the ball.
We just
Arteta's never gonna go for it though. You know that, guys.
No, but
man. You know he's never gonna go for
it.
it.
He did against Atletico Madrid.
I think it's.
I can't remember what the score was. What was the score?
What's
score
that?
Then? I can't.
It was
remember.
4-0.
Oh yeah, see, but yeah, it was different circumstances. When it's 2-1, it's a bit of a cagey one away from home,
Yeah, but sorry guys, I have to bring this up, because no one's talking about it, Well, how come we're not retaining that ball? How come the likes of Saka's not retaining the ball? How come the likes of Marino's not retaining the ball, when the pressure's on us, Because all I'm seeing is moments players, Saka scored a good goal, don't get me wrong. But what else did he offer in that game?
Zero.
No assists in about 23 matches, bro.
I was yelling at him on the TV, and then he turns up and scores a nice goal. But what you're saying, I agree with Abs. The last 10, 15 minutes, it's like we were just kicking the ball out. Just to get it out the whole time. Yeah. It was just going, it's like a tennis match, just going back and forth, right? But so what I'm saying is get the ball on the floor, with your back to the opposing goal, look for the runner, and just play a long through pass and let Eze or somebody run onto it. Just getting the ball, and it's like everything was just hurried. We panicked. We panicked. And they're not that good. I mean, Jacques is decent. I rate Isidore. I mean, they brought on 3 subs, which didn't really change the game. I thought he brought them up just maybe a bit early, but it ended up changing the game.
Though, didn't he? He brought on attackers.
He got 3 players, 3 subs. He did a 3. Oh, yeah.
I still think we could have brought Moreno off right after that tying goal, put Eze up front, bring Nwaneri on, and there's some more creativity, and we know what Eze can do inside the box. Dinks it on his right foot, smashes it.
I like
Zubimendi hit the post. I mean, if that would have gone in, it's a completely different game, right?
So, I like Nwaneri, but you can't keep the ball, man. He still plays like a kid. He doesn't.
I don't know about that.
No, he does, man. Attacking wise, he's probably our best number 10 attacking wise, but not when it comes to like a game where you need to just keep the ball.
That's where I think we need. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he goes forward.
That attacking influence, not just hoofing the ball, sideways and out of bounds and up the pitch, and trying and chasing the game at 2-1. Just like go for that third goal, man. If it was 3-1, there's no way they're coming back. No way. Yeah. The Zubimendi chance Godfrey was, it's unlucky. I mean, that's all we can say. But I'm glad he took the shot. At least he had the intelligence to shoot. I mean, he scored one like that earlier in the season.
And Marino, he had that shot on his right foot, like just towards the end. I don't know why he didn't take that defender out and blast it in the net. He goes with some weak side foot.
It's all those little things.
Yeah, like he goes with some weak pillow foot. He could have just. I'm looking to kick the defender in the net with the ball at the same time. Like whatever. If I get injured on the way, I get injured.
So what happens, guys? If City win tomorrow. We're going into the international break. Only City being only 4 points behind us now. Now, I mentioned Boy 10 now, because Boy 10's been talking a lot recently, saying about winning quadruples and all that kind of stuff, but surely not. If you're only 4 points behind City, are you that confident, that you're going to go on to win leagues and Champions Leagues and all that kind of stuff when you can't even beat Sunderland?
Well, I think City would struggle, Sunderland. And we got to remember, bro, it's going to be a close 2-horse, 3-horse race, right? If Liverpool win, they're what, 6 points behind us? Something like that. I don't know the points on the tables right now, but I just, you're right. City will be 4 points behind, but I think tomorrow's game is going to be a 1-1 or 2-2. I don't really see I just don't see a winner. I mean, maybe a 2-1, but I've seen some people saying 3-0 Liverpool or 3-1 City or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a draw tomorrow, which of course will help us, bro. But we
need a draw. We need a draw tomorrow.
Should we be relying on other teams right now?
But sometimes you do need it though, and only sometimes you do need a bit of luck on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like every team.
We're always relying on other teams. Last time we had an 8-point clear advantage was 22-23, and we know how that turned out. Right, we were 8 points ahead in January, if I remember. We were ahead in the whole league 93% of that season, and we still lost it. So, I mean, I get Boy 10's, excitement, but history tells us that we're going to bottle this as well.
Oh, man.
I don't mean to bring up bad vibes, but I mean, it's just the truth,
Bro,
and
we can't go 4 years without a title with second place again. Can we? Can it happen?
No. It can.
Listen, I know that we Trossard scored a wicked goal today, but that left hand side, man, we got no out ball there, man. We can't go long if you need to. Sometimes he's got no pace.
Calafiori did nothing today.
Yeah, Calafiori didn't do much today. He didn't do much today.
I think he had a good 10-minute period in the second half where he was trying to overlap.
He was trying,
but then it all kind of fell apart.
Yeah, he was trying. It just wasn't coming off for him today, man.
We had Skelly. What I don't understand is Skelly's a physical type of player. I know Capsule was saying like he's not in the air. He's a physical type player, bro.
Them last 15, 20 minutes, he never brings on youngsters unless the game's sewn up. Watch his substitutions. He won't make them. He won't bring them subs on unless the game
what do we expect him to do then?
I guess the game subbed sewn up, or he needs Max Dowman to come on, dribble a couple of players and get a pen. That's what he thinks. I'm just trying to go by how the manager thinks. I'm not going by what we want.
I think you speak truth to that, but but there comes a time when you've got to realize that you are on the back foot and you need to do something different. And he didn't. Right? Again, he didn't. The sub was a joke, Godfrey. You've got to. I think when you're 2-1 away at Sunderland, we obviously have a tough place to play. Blah blah blah. You've got to be creative in some of your thinking, right? You could have. I mean, I know it's a stretch, but you could have put Waneri up front.
When you played midweek, you should be making more subs. Once you played midweek, you need to be you need to break up the game. When you haven't got the ball a lot, you need to keep. Even if you made 2 or 3 subs, but just like if we did 5 minutes of each other, just to break the game up a bit. Do you know what managers do that?
Yeah.
Just to slow down the momentum and that. That's what experienced managers do. But
you could have brought off Trossard and put on Norgard just to have that extra solid defense and brought Rice back a bit, And then I still would have think that I know Eze. I think Eze was gassed as well, but but Moreno's gas too.
Yeah,
and who do you want more in front that you think can get that extra 10 minutes of athleticism from? Eze, pure and simple. You could have brought off Moreno and put Eze up there.
Yeah, you should have took Trossard and Moreno off, and
he could have put Trossard up front and Eze on the left and Waneri to Eze's spot.
Yeah.
Eze on the left and Waneri in Eze's spot. Yeah, exactly. Put Trossard up front.
Norgard had to come on though. Towards the end.
I forgot about Norgard. I totally forgot about him.
Well, you should have brought Norgard on 100%.
I think he could have came on for Saka, right? Yeah. Norgard could have come on for Trossard, and we could have sealed that up.
Yeah, because he's tall as well, so he could have been good for set pieces. And that was missed a trick there.
But if you go back and look at the last goal, Abs, Gabriel's fallen down first, bro.
Yes.
The repeat of the first half. I'm just going to fall and try and get the foul and roll around.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was poor on his part.
There. But anyway, guys, I want to do a quick light rating and then we do a man of the match as well. Yeah. So obviously, here's our players. Can you see the screen? Yeah, you can.
Yep.
So we're gonna start with Rare in goal. What's your rating? Just give us a rating, a little bit of context as well.
Dan made some good saves, but I'm giving him a 6. One time.
6.
Yes, I'm being serious.
He kept us in the game, bro.
No, I'll tell you why. There was a point, where the ball was still in play and he was trying to argue with the lino. And the ball was right behind him and Gabriel had to pick up the ball.
That's right, when he turned around.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I thought he was okay.
And then I swear he was sketchy with some kicking as well. Like, this guy, I've been to a game live, and the guy's standing on the halfway line. You know, when you can't see the guy is standing, when the ball's in their half, he's on the halfway line. Bro.
A couple of his throwouts were bad too. Like he would try to hit Saka, throwing it out and went out of bounds. Threw it to Trossard, it was underthrown and went right to a Sunderland player. I'm going to give him a 6.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna agree with Caps as well. I'm gonna give him a 6 as well. Okay, moving on to Timber.
Copy and paste, bro. Copy and paste with Timber. He's always 7 or 8. So I'm nothing came down his side. No. Was any crosses that was from his side that was led to a goal or anything? I don't remember. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
7.
Yeah, he's always solid, Timber, man.
He was solid today as per usual. Yeah. What about Saliba?
Saliba, I don't know. He got bullied 1 or 2 times. You know.
No, he didn't.
He did. There was a couple of times the ball bounced and the players got him behind him. There was about 2 or 3 times. Yes.
I thought he played all right.
I didn't say he played bad. I'm just saying there's a couple of times. The defense didn't play good today, man. Other than Timber, and Calafiori, nothing much was coming down his side anyway. The centre back
still conceded. Do you know what?
We still conceded 2 goals, so no one's getting higher than 6, bro.
I think Gabriel's and Saliba's positioning today, they got caught out a couple of times, but I think that's more down to Sunderland's tactics, because they were playing with 2 up front at one point, and you know what, 2 big guys, and having to deal with those 2 guys. So I'm gonna give Saliba a 6 myself. What do you give him?
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
I'll give him a 6. I thought he had too many touches on the ball in the first half. He was touching it, looking this way, touching it, and kind of touching it instead of just getting it out of his foot and making the quick pass. I give him a 6 as well. He was all right.
He couldn't go long, could he? Because Marino doesn't make it stick, does he?
Oh, anyway, we're gonna get to him anyway. What about Gabriel?
Gabriel, because of that stupid bit towards the end, just give him a 6, man. Because he's got money, he's got credit in the bank, so I don't want to give him too much of a low mark. But he wasn't really at his best, was he?
No,
I'm gonna give him a 5.5. I thought he was complaining, falling down, complaining about the elbow, complaining to the ref, and he was falling down for that goal. And he let Brian Broby basically do a freaking bicycle kick on top of him. 5.5. Not his best game.
He's getting a 5 for that. Yeah, he's getting a 5. Sure. What about Calafiori?
Calafiori. I don't remember him getting like skinned by any wingers or doing anything like. Normally he's rash, but this season he's been so like measured. Even though he does madness going in inverted.
What did he give us today? I can't remember anything.
But it was because they played at 5 across the. He was trying to play striker. He was trying to play midfield. He was trying to play left wing. Like, he was trying, man. You can't say he wasn't trying. He wasn't. Might have been coming off, but he was everywhere.
I give him a 5.
He's everywhere. I'm giving him a 5 though. I don't think he was that great.
No,
he had a good 10-15 minutes in the second half when he was trying to making some overlaps for Trossard.
He wasn't the worst though. I think he was the worst out of the back 4. You saying he was the worst?
No, Gabriel was the worst.
Yeah, Gabriel was the worst.
So Godfrey said 6. What are you guys going for?
6 is fair. 6 is fair.
I'll say 5.5. I'll tie him up with Gabriel 5.5.
Yeah.
What about Mr. Let's start with Eze. What about Eze today?
Oh God. He had a few little shots with his left foot. I still think, that he's playing on the wrong side of midfield. I think he should be playing from
On the
left
left.
to on the left
Because he
in
can
the
cut in,
centre.
isn't it, on his
And he can
left,
cut
innit?
in on his
He can
right
cut in on
foot.
his right,
Because
yeah.
both of his chances came on his left foot,
Yeah.
because he's playing that Odegaard role where Odegaard would have been on his left foot. Yeah, it's okay, that's fine, that's perfect. But I'll tell you, to adapt a bit, man, and like let him be a bit more free in that 10, like.
Yeah, it's too rigid, man.
It's too rigid, like, and even when he press, he has to be pressed. He has to press on the left hand side. He can't be. They can't switch over. And if we do win the ball back, the ball's on his right foot. If he wants to finish the ball, do you know what I mean? But to give him a 5, man, because he didn't do much, to be honest.
He's getting a 4, like
Yeah.
Jeffrey for me. He was poor today. I don't think he was great in the first half. Near towards the end of the first half, he tried to do a couple of things, but he's got to give us a bit more, man. We paid nearly 70 million for him, man. You know, people forget his price tag. 68 million, whatever it was. We need a bit more from him, man. You know, he's got an opportunity now that Odegaard injured, and maybe he's a bit too relaxed that position is his right now, because there's no pressure on him, because you don't have to go to the left right now. So
well, he knows. I don't know. He knows either way he'll be in the side, because Trossard, he's better than Trossard and Martinelli. So
yeah,
I'm gonna give him a 4.5.
I think left wing should be his position, because he's not physical enough. What?
Are you serious, Caps?
I'm being serious, bro.
You've been calling him for the number 10 for the
but he doesn't. All the games I see him playing there, I don't know. Is it me? Am I blind? Like, I'm not seeing him perform there. I know Wenger used to sometimes say I don't judge a player for 50 games, but we ain't got that time, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about what was your scores? Sorry, 4. 4.
I said 5. I said 5. To be honest.
5.
I said 4.5.
He had a few She has a few shots. He had a few shots that got blocked. Even that other shot. Remember in the first half, like second half, he had a shot, and I was like, that must be going in. And they were all so.
What about sorry, who's the next one? What about Zubi today?
Oh mate, I'm not even saying anything about this guy.
What?
You lot rate him. Right. I refuse to speak. If I speak,
you think he was good?
Huh? Zubi.
He hit the post, bro. Crossbar.
Okay.
Huh?
Some other players put their kit on as well. He put his kit on. That's what I'm saying. Put his kit on, put his boots on the right way. That's about it.
Wow. So what's your score then? What's your score for him then?
I don't know. 4.
Wow.
It was his fault for the goal. He lost it. The guy out jumped him.
Oh no, but hold on. Zubi's supposed to be great in the air, though, isn't it?
Zubi, great in the air. How tall is he? 5'10"?
Yeah, but that's one thing that we bought him for, because he's supposed to be really good. Like, in the air.
No, he's not good in the air. I know you're winding me up.
No, seriously. That's, if you look at his stats last season, he's one of the best guys in the air. He might be short, but he's a great ball winner.
I'm gonna give him a 5.5. I thought he was okay. I thought they were all poor in the first half, to be honest.
Every physical duel, that came his way, he lost it.
Serious.
They all lost it, though.
I can't remember him winning many duels.
We all lost our physical duels. Gabriel lost the last 30 seconds of the game.
That's his, as Roy Keane would say, that's his job.
I'm giving him a 5.5. I don't think he was the worst player on the pitch.
I'm still rattled, yeah. Sorry, I know we're gonna do the rest. I'm still rattled why Norgard didn't touch grass today. I'm rattled by that.
He must have been injured or so. I don't know what
he's on the bench.
Yeah, and he should have took Zubi off anyway. He was on a yellow. He should have took him off. He had a yellow in the first. Every time he plays, he gets booked.
It's true, isn't it? He does get booked a lot.
Every time he plays, he gets booked.
He's gonna get a ban soon, isn't it? Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he check his yellow cards out, bro. In the Champions League, Vice had to play the whole game because he can't play. Anyway,
what Deckers. You thought Deck today.
Deck was like, I don't know. Just
He's brilliant, isn't he? He's brilliant for us.
He
Isn't
is brilliant, but give him a
7.
6. He's 6, 7. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a 7.
He probably was our best player, to be honest. He was trying the hardest.
You know what I love about Declan Rice, yeah, is that when we're under pressure, yeah, he tries to bring the ball out, but he can't do everything himself. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he like lay the ball off like to someone, yeah, and then someone would just give the ball away. He's playing at a high level right now, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give him a 7.2 because
7.2. Where's the 2 from?
It's the highest in it so far, isn't it? Because no one else is gonna beat that.
Nah, no one's gonna beat that.
So that's why I'm giving him a 7.2. Listen, what's your score on Rice, guys? Rating? 7. And what's yours? Caps.
No, yeah, give him a 7. He was the best player, to be honest.
7.2. Okay.
7.2.
Yeah. Talking about anyway, you lot better talk about Saka before I talk, because don't let me start on Saka, yeah. But yeah, you lot go ahead. What's your rating for Saka today?
4.5.
Oh mate.
4.5.
He scored, so he scored. So
yeah, but that's raising him from a 2, bro.
Yeah, I know. The first half, yeah, there was a couple of times it was 5-yard passes and he was getting them wrong. And I'm like, what is going on here, man? The guy's going to be on £300,000 a week. Is this what we're getting? It's a £300,000 curse. Him, Ozil, Aubameyang. Whenever they see that £300,000 passes, they start doing madness.
5-yard passes. This guy couldn't make 5
yard.
People
passes.
might think I'm harsh on Saka, yeah, but you know what? Yeah, I love that guy. As I said, you know, Caps. He's from our ends.
He's from the ends, man. So we're extra harsh on him, man. But we love the guy, man. But he just he's just got no flair. He's just got no flair, man. When he
did you see a couple of times he tried to like?
He's got no flair. He doesn't. He's just got no flair. He's just dry. Back bread. That's what
he's like a chick with no back, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. It's just like, I don't know why he just doesn't want to be just add a bit of sauce to your game, man.
Man's got the Nando's sauce, isn't it?
Yeah, just the plain Nando's sauce.
Plain no Nando's, mild, isn't it? You know,
mild,
the chicken, bro. Yeah, that's how it was today. I'm giving her a 3.5, bro. I'm sorry, nah. He's getting a low score. I thought he was genuinely poor. I don't see what people see in Saka's game at times. He's a moments player for me. He took his goal well. I'll give him that. You know, I'm not a Saka hater. He took his goal very well.
Goal was very good. Look how close that was to the near post, bro.
That was a beautiful finish. Was that right foot as well?
That was left foot. Right foot
finish, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? And we know he's got that in his locker, but I don't know. Is he missing Odegaard? Do you think he's missing Odegaard or what?
I think we're missing Odegaard just at certain times.
The build up.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he goes in between Zubi and Rice and he gets the ball and he'll turn and, you know, do that little spinneroony thing and, you know, make it look like he's doing a lot and then he'll pass it, which is good. But keeping the ball.
Odegaard on the right, Odegaard to Saka, Saka to Odegaard, Odegaard to Saka, Saka to Odegaard. We've done nothing for us today.
Yeah, it's true. That would have.
There's only certain games, and that's where it comes to Arteta to picking the first 11. Abs is that you've got to look at your opposition. You know, you've got to look at the opposition. Sunderland are different than Fulham. Sunderland are different than West Ham. You know, Chelsea's going to be different than Bayern Munich, obviously, etc. You know, I just think, and that's where we get this defensive mind that, everything's going to be okay because nobody's got shots on goal on us. And, you know, we haven't conceded in 8 games, which is a great statistic. Don't get me wrong. But it's not sustainable. We've said this before, Abs. We've talked many times, you know, in chats and so forth. This is not sustainable, even when we went on a good defensive run last season, right? And the season before that, right? It's just not sustainable. Like the set pieces aren't sustainable. How many did we get today? I don't know how many corners. Maybe it shows down at the bottom of your screen. We had, 5 corners today, I think? 6 corners?
We had
Saka is a bit of a stat padder, isn't he? Freaking hell.
Would it tell us how many corners we had?
Hmm?
Would it tell us how many corners we had?
Oh, I don't know. Right in the stats.
There
we go.
We had 2 corners.
Corner.
It just goes right to the thing, stuff that we've heard in our community apps. When the corners and the set pieces aren't there, where are the goals going to come from? And we had 2 great open goals today, but
Corner.
it's two in how many games? Right? I mean, it ran out today. But look at all the stats. We got 6 shots on target. They had 4. 67% possession, 33. We had almost double the passes. I mean, like nearly double the passes. So I just, our pass accuracy was literally the same. The fouls are the same.
Yep.
Sunderland wanted it more today. We were arrogant in that first half, thinking we could waste time, roll around, get the refs calls, and when that dries up, just like the corners dried up today, we had nothing to offer but 2 fantastic goals. Right? I mean, it's one of those games. And Abs, we've talked with Tony, and I've told her, I know you were listening. I told Tony, shout out Tony Claude, we will drop points this season. We will drop points this season. If it's a loss or a draw. I don't think we're going to lose 3-0 to anybody. 3-1. I don't see any teams really scoring 3 on us unless there's a pen involved. But games like this are going to be tough. And Abs, I watch your content. You knew this game was going to be tough. This was not going to be a walk in the park. You didn't say. My prediction was 2-0. That's only because of what we've done in the last 8 games. If we would have played off and on, if we would have been, off it some games and then on it, then off and kind of inconsistent, well, I probably would have said 1-1. I just, it's disappointing, but at the end of the day, it's 2 points lost.
Definitely. Let's just complete the ratings, and I think we're going to go over to BBK Sports because he's live right now. So the last 2 are Marino. What's your score rating on Marino?
4.
What about that guy?
Cap.
Get him out of my club.
I said that we should sell Marino at the end of the season, bro, but people are like, no, don't sell him. I think we should sell him. I don't think he suits Arsenal. I know he's had a good run, and he gets the goals every. I just don't think that.
What does he do other than he's got a good shot, and he's good at a little flick on headers. He's not mobile.
Did you see that flick he tried to do in the first half?
Yeah, he's not mobile. He can't tackle.
See the back heel he did to no one?
He can't run. Yeah, that little flick. See that little flick that he did in the first half when there was no one. He's the last person. Who's he flicking to? The guy, mate.
He's getting a 2 from me, man.
How does he get in the Spain squad?
I'll go even lower. I'll go 3.
Yeah, he's getting a 2 from me, man. I thought he was terrible today, man.
Ungraded, bro.
When you're just for just winning headers, like towards the end of the game, then that's not good enough. That's not good enough,
right?
He was walking around the pitch at some points
gassed
as well.
Out, blowing.
Yeah, gassed out. Anyway, who's the last guy? Let's do the last guy. And let's just get out.
Trossard can get like.
I thought Trossard was good.
Trossard was good today. Trossard.
I thought he played well.
Give him a 7, man.
The first half he was shit.
That goal.
Yeah,
he didn't give the ball away much though. Even though he was poor, he didn't. The ball doesn't hardly ever come down that side anyway. You can't beat a player, can he? He's not a winger.
Trossard tried in the first half, but the crosses that he tried to attempt, some of them weren't great, but he tried to put the ball in the box. The thing is with Arsenal, the problem with Arsenal is that we do the same thing over and over again to expect the same result.
Yeah. Right.
And it's just ridiculous. You've got like 6'10" centre backs, and we're just trying to find Marino. It's not gonna work like that, He's not a proper out and out striker. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ballard was up for it today, bro. That Ballard kid, even though he's a Hale End graduate, he's been at Arsenal. I think he was 8-9 years old. He was up for it today. He was absolutely up for it today.
I don't remember him, man.
Nor do I. I don't remember.
I don't think he made.
You don't remember Ballard? I thought he had a great game for Sunderland.
He never made a first team appearance. That's what I mean for Arsenal.
No, he was young. If you go back and look at like FIFA, like you play like FIFA 15, he's like in the lineup and shit.
Definitely. But anyway, guys, you know what? I'm just going to sum up that. Do you know what? Bad day at the office.
Yep.
Need to improve after the international break. Massive game against Spurs. Is that at home? That's at home, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's at home as well. Hopefully, we'll have a few guys back from injury as well. Maybe Madueke.
I reckon at least 4. We'll have at least 4 or 5.
We need players back, don't we? We need Gyökeres back because he makes such a difference in that team. It's such.
He'd have been pressing them like a lunatic.
It's so
pressing them like a lunatic.
Yeah, it's so obvious how much that guy brings to the team. Yeah, I think he would have pinned those centre backs
a few times. Yeah,
and gave us like space.
I agree, bro.
Around the back.
You'd have given midfielders more space, but because the press was non-existent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, Oregon, what you got coming up, man? You got anything?
I'm going to do a show with Tony tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm going to play a little bit of Call of Duty Warzone for the next couple hours.
I've seen you on that, man. Wicked. Hey, that game was wicked, bro. Wicked.
Yeah, this is fun stuff.
What time's your show tomorrow with Tony?
I don't know. I mean, trying to get a time with Tony is like
Tony's like lastminute.com, isn't he? He's just last minute.
Totally last minute.
I'm available now. Yeah,
I'll be I think it'll probably be after whatever the last game is, I suppose.
Yeah. I hear it.
But thanks for having me on, bro. For real.
Nah, it's all right, man. I'm gonna put your name in the description. So guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Oregon Gooner as well. Yeah, top bloke, man. Known him for a few years now.
Absolutely.
Let me see if I can just find your link in the
Oregon Goon there. I think some people put Gooner.
Is it it's Oregon Goon, isn't it?
Just Oregon Goon, yeah.
Where are you?
Put his link in the chat, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now.
Follow.
Yeah, I've just got a few subs.
You got Fabregas as your thing, in it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just put you in.
Fabregas, that's my guy.
Yeah,
I might even
what a player.
a little
we needed him today, man.
There's his link, people. Make sure you subscribe. If this is on playback, obviously, and watching it back, make sure you subscribe to Oregon Goon. His name's going to be in the description or in the title anyway, so make sure you go and subscribe. Anyway, people, thank you all for watching. We're going to go over to BBK Sports now and see what he's saying. And thank you once again, guys, for joining the stream. I'm quite surprised you guys joined, actually, so you must have been raging. But anyway, big up to you, and listen, we're gonna be back after the break. Yeah,
we will be.
Therapy sessions, and we are out. Big up to Nick. Peace.